We're eager to get to know you, but you know, this is a music lover audience, so we're very eager to hear you. Now, you've done this custom medley that it's just floored me. When I first heard you, I was like, what? So we're going to start you off. Please, if you will, bless us with this custom medley. And Danny and Marcy Forte, it's all yours. Take it away, brothers and sisters. Enjoy.
All right, we're out of here.
All right, thank you. And let me tell y'all, first and foremost, it is a pleasure to be here on this platform and for us to be able to lend our talents to you all from Jehovah, because this is where we got it from, was from Jehovah. And it's a pleasure to always uplift our friends. But we did a little thing that we like to call old school.
Yeah, it's jazz with
an old school twist. Okay. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and start, okay? Y'all want to get up and dance? Please feel free.
show you what we're all about. If you're feeling the groove, say yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If you feel the groove, say yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Feel the groove, say yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you feel the groove, say yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
y'all. Throw your hands up in the air. Party hard like you just don't care. Rock, rock, you don't stop. Gotta do that and make your body rock. Throw your hands up in the air. Party hard like you just don't care. Rock, 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 rock. Rock, rock, rock. Rock steady, baby. That's what I'm feeling now. Let's go.
That's all exactly what it is.
What it is, what it is.
It's a funky and low down feel.
What it is.
When you hit from left to right.
What it is.
What it is that your mommy doing.
What it is.
This one dance all night.
Throw your hands up in the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
You just don't care.
Yeah.
You just don't care.
Rock. Steady. Rock. Steady. Rock, rock. Steady. Rock, rock, rock. Steady. I hope you enjoyed that.
Give it up, y'all. Give it up. That was, woo.
Lady Coco, come on now. You know what I'm talking about, right? They had to mute me.
I muted you. I said, oh, she don't even know. She don't even know. She over there at rock. It is. Rock.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I did not.
Oh, it's all right. You're having a good time. That's
Look,
what
you
it's all
was
about.
in tune. You was in key, girl. It's all good.
You two are awesome. I mean, I love that medley. It's like, how could you just put so many different songs into the same medley and just mesh it? And that's some talent. That's some talent to me. I'm just like, I love you,
Charlie,
too.
leave Sophia alone. He told me she was loud, too.
Wait, Kendall said she's trying to make it a trio. Girl, I'll be trying to sing background for Lady Coco.
Right.
I'm trying to be Danny and Marcy and Sofia. Okay. I'm gonna act right because we about to get to know how this talent has balanced Jehovah's service
Right.
and the music and all that. We're about to get to know you, okay?
Now, before you ask them a question, like, how many different bands did y'all just play for us, right, in that medley? Like, how many different artists?
5.
Five? Was it what? I'm sorry, name them. What? 5. Okay.
Whoever did.
It was
Candy
Candy
Rain.
Coated
Right.
Raindrops. Who's that? Y'all know the chat will tell us.
The chat
Candy
will
Coated.
tell you.
Candle, tell us who Candy Coated Raindrops. Who?
Yeah.
Candle, oh yeah, Soul for Real.
It's So For Real. Then
We
we
had
got
Aretha,
Parliament, Aretha.
Parliament,
Let's see.
Who's
Huh.
upside your
We
head?
had
Oops Upside,
that
Gap
was-
Band, Ohio
Band.
Players.
right. Ohio Players. That's it.
Player.
That's the 5.
Man, y'all done gave us like a full-grown tour, a festival. That was a festival rolled into one.
Exactly. And when I first saw him, that's why I was like, oh, we got to have him on the show. Because when I first saw him, I was like, wait a minute. It's only 2 of them. They sound like a whole band. I'm like, this is just amazing. So, Danny and Marcy, we're so happy to have you here. Okay. So, first we're going to ask you, what city do you rep? Where are you from?
From Columbus, Ohio, where we live.
Hey. You
Oh,
got
that,
Ohio in the house?
that explains a whole lot now. Okay, that explains a whole lot. You're from Columbus, okay. Because y'all got some folks in Columbus that love y'all. Let me just say that. That explains a whole lot now.
Yeah, we love them too.
Absolutely.
We love them too. Yeah.
We love them too. We live in Dallas, Texas. We've been in Dallas, Texas for 9 years.
Oh, okay. So you're in Dallas now.
Yes.
All right. What took you from Columbus to Dallas?
It was my job. They had a layoff, and if you wanted to keep your job after 17 years, I wasn't losing mine. So, so we moved here. They moved us here. So.
Okay. So I mean, if you're repping Ohio and Dallas, I'm sure there's somebody. This is a little chance we give you to just shout out some people. You know, just a few. You can't shout them out all. So go ahead. You want to do some shout outs to some people? Ohio.
You know what? It's probably a lot of them. So I'm going to say Mansfield's in the house. There's an anniversary, April and Kenny out of Mansfield, Ohio. Happy anniversary.
Anniversary?
Yeah, there's anniversary in the house.
Oh, happy anniversary.
And I know April and Tom's in here. Kim McCory. I'm just going to say hi to everyone.
Yeah. Everybody, because I just put you on the spot. So
you just put me on the spot, so I may miss somebody.
I think Brian Thompson, Brian and Connie are in the house.
Brian and Tom.
No doubt.
He's our resident troublemaker. He's in the house.
Definitely got to say hi to Brian.
You got to say hi to him.
Brian has always said, you need to meet Lady Coco and them. You need to get on that show.
Yeah, we've had that conversation. So I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here. Now, did you come from a musical family, both of you, or let's start off with you, Marcy? Did you come from a musical family?
Yes, my mother is a jazz artist. She was a pianist, and
nice.
My dad used to play percussions with her, and. So all of us, it's 4 of us in the family. So all of the kids, all of us sung. You know, we all sang, and my mom played. We learned a lot of standards and things like that. So we grew up in a musical family.
Love it.
Okay, I had you on my speaker, so I took my speaker off because the music, I gotta have it on my Bose, my real speaker. But is it just me? You're a little low.
Am I low?
I was about to say the very same thing, Sophia.
Okay.
I was just about to say,
maybe I better talk a little louder. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, yes, I came from a musical family. My mother was a jazz artist. She was a pianist, and my dad played percussions with her. So she called herself, it was the Vantes.
Oh,
the Vantes.
Okay. That's nice. Cody's trying to make people jealous, talking about she got a personal concert. But we got a concert for everybody.
Cody's in the house too, so.
Yeah, she said you guys gave them a private concert when they celebrated their anniversary. Cody, why were you in Destin, Florida? Okay, that ain't too far from where you live. Okay, you can go.
Yes. Okay, so how about you, Danny? Musical family?
As far as my family's concerned, my dad and mom, they were in a quartet, a traveling quartet, and they used to go around singing, and my sister played piano. I just picked it up just out of habit, just love music, so I just picked up the guitar and drums, and here we are.
So you just picked it up. Okay, so that leads me to a question that I was going to ask a little later, but are you self-taught? Are you both self-taught?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Really?
Yeah, my mom, she told me chords. I learned chords, so if someone say C major, I know to do that. But as far as sheet music, her patience was so bad. If you hit the wrong note, she would go, that key. And I was like, never mind. So I learned to play by ear.
Wow. Because do you know how hard it is to play piano and sing at the same time? You were doing that.
Yes.
That is very difficult to do, is to play the piano and sing at the same time.
That's true. I know some very accomplished singers, and they play the piano, and they cannot do that.
Right. They kind of stop a little bit, while they're singing.
Yeah.
And then they start playing again before and even like, if you notice, like B.B. King, he never plays the guitar at the same time that he's singing. He never does it. He can't do it.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
You
pay attention the next time you see him performing. He's singing Lucille, whatever. He ain't playing the guitar when he's singing.
I don't know if it's somebody special too. Again, it's more guitarists that I know that can't sing. and play guitar at the same time. Then I do pianist. So I don't know, maybe something about guitar, but you're correct. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah.
So the fact that you're self-taught too,
Yes.
and jamming like that, man, that's awesome. So did your family, did they encourage you guys, either of you, to pursue music, or was that something you just kind of decided on your own to do?
I didn't decide to do music until probably in my 20s.
You can speak up. Don't give me that Janet voice now.
You're killing it. You're killing me. You're killing me.
You gotta just
I'm
boom
gonna get
it.
my Bluetooth speaker so I can.
I'm gonna hold the mic.
She's one of those people that she can belt it out when she sings, but when she talks,
Is this
she
better?
got the Janet voice.
Yes.
Is this better? I'm just gonna hold the mic. Okay. No, I think just coming up doing music, I always liked it, but I always worked a job, so music was secondary. And then in my 20s, I just started writing music, and then I left it alone for a while, and then I picked it up later on, and I always wrote music though. I think I started more so writing poetry, and then I started putting music to the poetry, and then I just started playing, and it was two of the members in our high school. They had a band, and they asked me that I want to sing, and I got in some talent shows, and they're like, you need to join the band. And so that's what happened. I joined the band, and they was like, we're okay, you just play minor chords, something that you know how to play. And I ended up being in a band, and I went from there. The guy that had the band, he left and did something else, and I took over the band. And I went from there. So that was pretty much how I ended up starting to play.
Okay. So now that's very impressive to me that you write music.
Oh.
I can write lyrics all day long. I got so many songs written, it ain't even funny. But now music is another story.
Exactly. And she does both, well. Her lyrics, you will hear that. Friends, we're going to break this interview up in two parts, but I'll tell you, when you hear their original songs, they're just like, I mean, I already got first dibs on writing with Marcy. So Lady Coco, I'm sorry, I got her a little book. After you do your Roy Ayers gig, maybe you might have some time, but I'm gonna get her before that, okay? I want to write with her. She good lyricist. Wow.
It's all yeah. So when you're writing, are you writing with a melody in mind, or you're just writing and then the melody comes to you later?
It's weird sometimes. I'm inspired by something. If I'm inspired by something, I'll write about it. I'll just write about it.
Amen.
And then I'll just mess with the piano and start playing the piano and come up with some kind of melody. Then I put it together and say, how this sound? Or I'll be playing, just practicing, like some songs that I do know, and then I'll end up hearing a beat or something in my head, and then I'll play it, and then I'll say, oh, I kind of like this, and then I'll think of lyrics to go with the music. So it's kind of like whatever comes to me first.
Yeah.
Yes,
I wish you lived closer, child. I'd be over sitting down at that piano with you.
Well, honey, I got Zoom and I already got an appointment to write with her.
But what's strange about it, if someone asks me to do it, it doesn't come to me natural.
Yeah.
It's weird how it just comes like that. And I'm like,
but we'll talk about that in the second half, because that's a little extensive, because you laughing. Exactly. There was an account to where you did make an exception for that. And that's how so many beautiful songs on your YouTube channel came about. And I can't wait for the audience to hear a few of them.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
so go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay,
we just all over the place.
We are. Hey,
go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
We're okay. It's just a conversation. That's what you always say, right, Lady Coco?
It's a conversation.
So, how did you come into the truth? What's your background with that?
Now, my background on coming to the truth, we grew up in a Baptist church. I always went to church with my grandmother and my sister. I don't know if she's on. Hopefully she is. Her name is Cheryl, and she is our sister as well. And
Okay.
Shout out, Cheryl.
Cheryl, if you if you in the house, raise your digital hand.
Yeah, we gotta find you, Cheryl.
Hey.
But if she not, she missed it. But anyway, she
It'll be on YouTube.
Okay. She we all grew up Baptist, and then my sister ended up getting married, and she was a Catholic. And we were like, what? Why you're a Catholic? You know, and then they got married, and maybe about a year later, she ended up being a Jehovah's Witness. So we were like, I was calling her crazy. Like, you're crazy. You don't know what you want to be, you know? And so she never left. She's still a witness to this day. So she's been a witness over 40-something years.
Wow.
So I lived in Iowa at one time, and I was being nosy. I just wanted to find out what my sister was into. And I went to the hall, and I found out Jehovah God had a name. And so that's how I ended up studying. I studied years ago, and I knew it was the truth, but I was doing so many things I didn't want to commit at that time at an early age. So I said, well, if I ever get baptized, I'm going to be a Jehovah's Witness. And so that's how I came into the truth. 20 years later, after that, I came into the truth. So I've been a witness 21 years now.
Okay.
Okay. And Danny?
Jehovah showed me that he was taking my wife into the truth. And I seen how her conduct was becoming a witness. And the things that I was learning from her study conductor's husband, which is Tom and April Ferguson, who was on, it was in conjunction with what I was thinking all the time, but I was being taught wrong because I was in Baptist church. And
You got the Barry White voice, so give us a little bit more. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I was in the church, and I was getting taught wrong all the time, but I had the same mindset as what the witnesses did. So when I was learning one scripture that taught me that what I give to you freely. You go and you give freely. So I was getting ready to go to seminary school, and I told my dad, I said, because he was a minister, a Baptist minister, and I said, so what about this scripture here, Dad? And he said, well, son, he read it. He said, He said, well, I don't have to worry about that because I'm a minister. He said, but those pastors have to answer for that.
What?
Yes. He said, I don't know about this scripture because I don't get paid. He said, I don't get paid. He said, I just preach. So we told him, my wife said, well, Dad, you need to be in the Kingdom Hall. And so from that point on, I started studying, and it was 21 years later. 16 years later, after Marcy's been in the truth 21 years. So 16 years later, I was able to get baptized because I was smoking for a long period of time, 41 years. And then I learned how to quit by Jehovah helping me. It was all through Jehovah's persistence through Jehovah in order to get the spirit that I needed in order to quit. And once I did, Jehovah said, this is your house. And in the house, they said, you can't smoke in the house. And then they said, you can't smoke on the property. So then I knew it was Jehovah telling me, I got you if you're going to listen.
Right.
So
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you guys were already married before you came into the truth.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I had studied before, but I wasn't a witness. So, yeah, we were married. By the time I got baptized, we were married.
But all these scriptures keep just rolling in my head. Just Pam talks about today's watchtower as the brother saying, I don't get paid, and I don't know, I'm not a preacher. We saw that accountability. Candle mentioned that, but what just makes my heart burn, because there's a lot of friends dealing with their conduct, no matter what, and for your husband to say my wife's conduct, and he noticed that. It gives us encouragement, because sometimes it's like, I just don't want to be under that microscope. And it's such a big responsibility, but to see in action that your conduct encouraged him to come in the truth, that's wonderful. That's so encouraging. Beautiful.
That's beautiful. And then now, so were each of you guys making music separately? And then when you came together, you just kind of joined your musical force?
Don't go ahead.
I didn't play instruments. The only thing I did was run the sound to make sure that the sound was right and that everything was set up correctly for everybody to make sure they sounded good together. But I never did want to be in a band. I was always a bowler. I wanted to go pro bowling.
Really?
He was not in the. He was not. He always ran our sound. I had a 7-piece band, and Danny ran the sound. Now sometimes he would sing background, but he wouldn't let nobody see him doing that.
No, I would be in the background.
But he literally he was a bowler. I met him at a bowling alley. So it had nothing to do with music. So we're laughing now because nobody would have thought. And we'll tell you, I think that's later.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna end this first part of the interview because we've got a lot. We've got the Rose's 20-minute workout. It's a special tribute tonight. We've got As Coco because we done delayed it, and we got too many people saying, "Well, I don't ask this question."
I was trying to get out of it again today, and then Lex was like, "Oh no." No.
At least 2 questions today. So we are going to give you a little break, okay? And don't worry, you guys, we're going to come back with the second part of the interview. We are going to have some awesome visuals for you to see too also. And this is only a little taste. So we'll come back with the main part of the interview after the 20-minute workout.
Yes.
And we'll give it over. Thank you, Danny and Marcy. We'll see you.
Don't go nowhere. You can go off camera, but don't go nowhere.
I'd like you to talk to me about how big a part of music is your life now?
Okay. The music for me, it's still secondary to Jehovah. So that's something that was a very hard thing that I had to give up because I really wanted to do music. And once the band was hitting and doing everything, I really wanted to do that. But once I decided, like I told you earlier, a watchtower came to my house, and I'm like, where'd that watchtower come from?
Wait, you told me earlier, but you need to. Okay, but this is what I'm gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna share this with the audience. Let me tell you. Do you guys see this on the screen? Two pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is Marcy. Okay, and if you notice. Yeah, you see the what year was this article wrote up, Marcy?
1998.
Okay, 1998. The headlines: Marcy Vaughn answers Badu and tells Tyrone to call me. Okay, and then on the right we see an actual published recording. Marcy Vaughn. We know this was some years ago because girl, we all remember them big old cell phones, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But take a look at that. That's you, Marcy, right? On the right?
That's me.
Okay. And while I have this up, who is this is that Danny right there?
No, Danny was not with the band at that time. Danny.
Okay. Who is that?
Because I was getting the attitude. I'm like, oh, he pushing up on her. Like, you need to back up from there.
Actually,
who is that?
That is Michael Beard of the Barkays.
I was going to say Michael Beard of the Barkays.
Yes, we went to school together. So when we did that song, Michael was the drummer on that particular song, and so we.
So you have recordings out there
on both songs.
Yeah, on both songs. He was on both songs of that tape. Yeah. Yes, I just don't do the song anymore, but yes, the song is out there.
So we see that. The big, music is a big part of your life, but obviously from seeing something like that, no doubt you chose Jehovah over what anything else was offered to you. Give us some background now, since I showed the audience that, because that's a big write-up when someone puts, your album or your release in a newspaper, no doubt. Tell me the story about that.
Okay. That's, when Erykah Badu, when she did that particular song, Tyrone, I hadn't written in a long time. But when I heard Erykah, I was like, man, that's something I would have wrote, and I was around, that age where she was. Of course, I was much older then. But at that age, I was writing like that. So it's almost like I had stopped writing, and I got motivated. I said, I like that song. So Danny was like, you need to write a response, because that song was a really nice song. And I was cracking up. He said, you should write a response. And I was like, okay, I'll write a response. And so I tried to write a response, and at first it wasn't. Someone that never heard my music, he said, well, it's not strong enough. Erica's got your attention. Erica, she coming out saying, I'm getting tired. And then she's saying, you better call Tyrone. So you have to get their attention, just like she did, if you're going to respond to a song. So I rewrote the song, and I rewrote the song, and so I ran it by Danny. He was like, yeah, you should do this song. So I ran it by the band. And the band, Michael said, yeah, we need to do this song. And so we did the song. And so what we would do when we would play, I would play Erica's song, Tyrone, and then I would go do the response. And everybody liked the response. And
so the response is Tyrone talking back to you, to her?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you said when we had played, what you were in did you a regular gig somewhere to where?
Yeah, I had a regular gig. I played every Saturday at a club, and we played every Saturday there. For probably like the last for 2 years. So that was a local spot that we played.
Okay, so you're not baptized, but you
no,
know
not
the
baptized.
Truth. Right. I'm figuring because you know the truth. Because if anybody has to say, well, you gotta, ramp up your lyrics a little bit, you're probably because you got that bass in the truth, and if he's gonna have to tell you that. But if you're performing, you would perform Erykah Badu's song called Tyrone.
Yes.
And then you would say, this is the response.
Yeah, I would say this is what Erykah said, but this is what Marcy Vaughn says. And then
okay, so are you gonna give us a little taste of that? Like just like about 8 bars? No.
You know what? Lady Coco is gonna ask you that. I never did. I did not say that. I did not know she was gonna say that.
I mean, she can tell me no.
Don't put that on me.
I'm called Tyrone.
No.
Everybody now is like, what did she say?
No,
because I know I just said what everybody's thinking. Well, what was your response? What was you could you could verbalize it. You don't have to sing it, but.
Nothing wrong with the first line.
The first line's nothing wrong with the first line.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the rap or the?
The first line that you sang.
Oh, she had rap in it.
You don't. I'm not gonna sing the song. But anyway, you don't have to call Tyrone. Call me. You don't have to use her phone. Use mine. I've been watching you for a long time.
Snap! So you was trying to step to Tyrone. You was like, okay, girl, you don't need Erykah. I got you.
If you think about it, that's brilliant because that song was very popular.
Yeah,
and that was pretty.
He
brilliant.
Didn't want Tyrone no more, but Marcy was like, I got you, Tyrone. Come on.
But actually, I didn't. I said, I'm not going into it, but the rap in the beginning of that song was basically saying this is what another woman would say. I never would say it was what I would say.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
All right, Shaggy, it wasn't me. Okay. But you knew somebody was waiting on Tyrone. As soon as Erykah was through with him, somebody was waiting on him.
That's real life, right?
That's real life.
That's for real.
That's real life.
And we knew that, and that's real life. There's
that's
always someone real. Over there saying, "Hey, you can call me." So
yeah.
Right.
And I knew.
So you did that song in a club. How did you get this write up? I mean, you're a club singer. I've sung in clubs, believe it or not, and back in the day. Nobody wrote up anything on me. So how did that happen?
That happened because everybody liked the song. So every time we would play, they would want that response. So they started calling the radio station because they thought it was a response out. They said, can you play the response to Tyrone? And they was like, we don't have a response to Tyrone. They was like, no, she sings it every Saturday. And they was like, no, we don't have a response to Tyrone. So the radio station ended up finding me. I worked at Bank One, and they found me on my job and called me and asked me, was I Marcy, do I have a song that's called, did I do a response to Tyrone? So I said, yes, I did. And they was like, can you come? Can we do an interview with you? And you come in, because I wasn't on a label. Didn't know anything about all of that. Didn't know nothing about no distribution and all that kind of stuff. So the only way they could do it is for me to come in and do that interview, and they would play the song.
Now, see, I love how invested our audience is, because they didn't already broke it down. They said, well, wait a minute, Tyrone was a reliable friend. Tyrone was the one you wanted. She be trying to get rid of this good dude that was Tyrone's friend. So they just already then broke the story down.
Because it wasn't about Tyrone. It was about the person.
The friend of Tyrone. When she's telling you need to call Tyrone. He's the one who can help you.
Right, and I'm saying you don't have to call Tyrone. Mine was you don't have to call Tyrone.
Right, you can call me. You can call Marcy. Leave Tyrone alone. Okay, I got you.
Okay. I got it. So that, I mean, for a radio station to have you and want you to sing that song and what have you, that's like the beginning of a blow up, because that's an artist's dream, especially now you can put your stuff on the internet. But we're talking what year? 83?
No, 1998.
1998. Yeah. So we're talking about in the day that you want to be on the radio, you want to go through get a deal, and they'll promote you on the radio. So a radio station is coming to you direct. People were asking for you. That's the blow up there.
Yes, it was. And then we hadn't recorded it yet. We were just doing it live. So we ended up recording it, but we had orders of the song. We said, we're going to do the song. We got to go in the studio and do it. But we didn't know, me and Danny didn't know anything about that. And so people started paying us to go into the studio. So they ordered the song. And so about time we had 600 orders.
Yeah.
And we said, we're going to sell the tape for $5. And they did. And so we went in the studio and we did the song and had a release party. And that article that you had was my release party. So one of the newspaper guys was at the release party, and that's why he did the write-up. So he watched the whole, watched the band and the whole write-up about Tyrone. I mean, not Tyrone, but Eric Badu.
You know what they call that today? Crowdfunding. So you did the crowdfunding back in the day.
Right.
They produced. That's nice. Okay, so now you're about to blow up. What happened? Because I know it would have blown. What happened?
Well, yeah, because between me and Danny and the band, we sold 6,000 copies of that just out of our trunk. So just every gig that we did, we sold copies and just kept selling copies. And then someone asked us, it was playing low rotation somewhere, I think in Detroit, wasn't it?
Detroit, and it was
someone called us, a DJ, somebody called us, but I didn't have a distribution. I didn't know how to do any of that. They was like, if we play this, how are we going to get the merchandise? And we're like, we didn't know how to do that. So we didn't do that. So it ended up, I came home from work one day, and where we lived, my sister is a Jehovah's Witness. So if I wanted a watchtower or anything like that, my sister, I get it from her if I wanted to, do that. So we had been at our house 3 years and no witnesses had been on our street. And I was like, the witnesses never come over here. And I came home one day and there was a watchtower. And I was like, where does watchtower come from? And her son said, oh, Mr. Ferguson. And Mr. Ferguson is on the show right now. And he said, he comes. I said, we don't know no Mr. Ferguson. And he says, he comes every Friday. He comes every week. And he said, I told him you was a Jehovah's Witness. I said, no, don't tell nobody I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I used to study. I studied. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm playing in clubs and stuff. So I'm like, don't tell nobody I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I used to study, So make a long story short, that happened. And I told Danny, I said, man, Jehovah's coming after me. He don't know nothing about Jehovah like that. He's like, man, we getting ready to blow up. What you talking about? I was like, no, Jehovah getting ready to come after me. I said, why is he coming now when this song is getting ready to?
That's why.
And so I told Danny that, and so we played a couple times, and I was like, we had a gig. We played a gig. I'm gonna tell this real quick. We played a gig, and was it a retirement
party?
It was a retirement party, and when we got there, I seen some friends of my sister's. And I'm like, they Jehovah's Witnesses. So I'm thinking all the songs that we're playing, So I asked them, I said, hey, is your dad a Jehovah's Witness? And she said, yeah, we all Jehovah's Witnesses. So that was it for me. Because I'm like, oh, man, we can't even play some of these songs. And everybody's band looking at me like, what's she talking about? We ain't Jehovah's Witnesses. I was like, you ain't a Jehovah. And they like, Marcy, you ain't a Jehovah Witness either. I was like, yeah, but I can't play some of these songs because I can't do it. I can't do it. So like I was telling Lady Coco, like the scatting thing. So they were doing a song, and I could hear the words coming to my head like, don't say that. Don't do that. There's too many witnesses in here. It's like 200 witnesses there. And I'm like, da 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 da.
Right.
So the band's looking at me like, she forget the words.
Like, what? That ain't how.
Yeah, and so I started cutting all the songs and everything. And I'm like, and they were like, we had a set stage, set songs. And I was cutting the songs. And I was like, man, forget it. Let's just do Electric Slide. So, let's just get everybody up to Electric Slide. And so we did that. And then we did a James Brown Funky Good Times and get a Soul Train line.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could think what songs I could do.
Yeah. So that's when you know Jehovah's drawing you, because we try to fight it when it's happening.
Right.
But you recognize what's happening. And you're like, oh.
And he was drawing you because you're conscious. Your conscious was
because I had studied, and just because I didn't do it, it's just I wasn't ready to do it.
Right.
But when all this was happening, I was like, I felt he was coming after me, and that's exactly. Then you can tell him that. That's what I told him. He was the one, because he was bowling and.
Wait a minute, Danny, what'd she tell you? Well, you can tell us what.
She said, Jehovah's coming after me. And I said, well, why is he coming after you? And she says, I'm telling you, he's coming after me. And I said, man, we about to blow up. You can already mess up. We about to blow up. And she said, no, Jehovah's coming after us. He's coming after us. And I said, okay. So she said, I'm not doing any more contracts after I get these contracts out of the way. She says, I'm not doing any more gigs.
Wow.
How did the band take that?
Oh, they didn't take that.
They didn't really like it. They were like, well, why are you doing this? And you about to blow up. They were saying the same thing I was saying. And she says, she says, no, she said, Jehovah's coming after me. She says, I know.
Wow. That's awesome. And that's friends like you, we love having on the show, because, there's young people that watch the show, and, they want advice, and, they're trying to navigate. But the regular thing that we keep seeing with the friends is that they chose not to take what's, Satan's world offered, and what you have to do to please the world. And yet they're still doing their music.
Right.
And, I wish we had more time with you, but I'll tell you, I love your music so much. I'm going to cut it, because I want you to let the friends see the music you chose. You made, just like the Watch Chart today, we make a choice. You chose Jehovah, and you chose to do things that's right in his eyes. And the music you make now shows us that. And so we're going to just let you take it from there. Okay. And if you can just intro the music and how it came about, that would be wonderful. Lady Coco, you have something to say? Because
I was just going to say, just do it loud so we can hear you. We want to hear what you guys are doing. I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody just said, will Marcy play my favorite jam? I'm sure she will, because we're in tune with what y'all love. It's probably my favorite jam too. But Marcy and Danny, please take it away. Thank you so very much. We love you.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters,
thank you.
Marcy, Danny and Marcy Forte duo. Take it away.
All right. It's all yours.
Okay.
We hope that everyone is enjoying it.
Did the sound just change?
It's a little bit too much.
We got some serious reverb, but it doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna back it off a little bit.
Hold on, we can have some. That better?
No more. That's good. We're good. Thank you. Is that better?
Yes.
All right.
What's the name of this song?
This song is entitled Jehovah. And this is when Marcy decided that we were going to start writing, listening, and singing for Jehovah, because of a friend of ours from our hall had a CD that Marcy had did before. And she listened to the CD and she said, I like the CD, but I don't hear nothing about Jehovah. So Marcy said, I understand what you're saying. And she wrote this song.
What was that sister's name that said that?
The sister's name is Sister Virgia Fisher.
Okay.
And I hope she's on tonight.
Thank you, Sister Fisher.
I'll forever praise you.
Forever praise you.
So I have to give you my best. Through these ups and downs, I will endure. Cause obedience is what you bless. I was burdened down with some things that I could not change. My feet was on shaky ground. I thought I was going insane. My heart was feeling low. I wanted my anger to show. I almost lost control, but your love taught me how to let it go. Jehovah,
Jehovah,
I'll forever praise you.
forever praise you.
So I have to give you my best. Through these ups and downs, I will endure. Cause obedience is what you bless. I remember the sacrifice when your son gave up his life. How the pain had to make you feel. Your love is strong, your love is real. Cause you still wanted others to hear the good news that the kingdom is near. So you gave us the privilege to preach that everlasting life is still in their reach. Jehovah,
Jehovah,
I'll forever praise you.
forever praise you.
So I have to give you my best. Through these ups and downs, I will endure. Cause obedience is what you bless.
Jehovah,
Jehovah,
I'll forever praise you.
forever praise you.
So I have to give you my best. Through these ups and downs,
Ups and
I
downs,
will endure.
will endure.
Cause obedience is what you bless. I remember the sacrifice when your son gave up his life. How the pain had to make you feel. Your love is strong, your love is real. But you still wanted others to hear that the kingdom is near. So you gave us the privilege to preach that everlasting life is still in their reach. Jehovah,
Jehovah,
I'll forever praise you.
forever praise you.
So I have to give you my best. Through these ups and downs,
Ups and downs,
I will endure.
will endure.
Cause obedience is what you bless.
You are the most high above. You are the only God of love. You are the one who cares for us. You are the only God we trust. Jehovah,
Jehovah,
I'll forever praise you.
Jehovah,
Jehovah,
I'll forever praise you.
Jehovah, I'll forever praise you. Jehovah, I'll forever praise you. This next song.
That was gorgeous, y'all. Somebody said they could hear us singing that in the new system. I could hear it.
Thank you so much.
We're all right. We're
so
ready.
much.
We're ready for more.
All right.
Give Give me a few seconds.
That song has so much feeling to it once you think about the sacrifice that Jehovah gave his only son, his only begotten son, and for us, you know, for all of us. So it touches us, and I even get a little bit choked up when I sing it sometimes. So
Yeah.
This next song is based off of Isaiah 41:10 and Matthew 6:25 to 33. When I had to have surgery, and I was really afraid of the operation. And a young servant gave me that scripture, and I had cancer, and I was okay, and then it came back a couple years ago. So I was getting anxious, and I remember that scripture that his name is Brian Whitaker. I'm not sure if he's on, but he gave me that scripture, and when I was getting anxious, I wrote this song. And it's titled, Don't Be Anxious. I used to feel alone, used to feel sad inside. I used to want to just cry. Depression tried to keep me down, death and sickness all around. But I'm not losing this fight. Distracted by anxiety, it's trying to get the best of me. But I still believe He will never let me down. His words are true and sound. So I wait patiently. Cause I remember Noah and the ark. I remember Moses when the Red Sea split apart. Goliath. I remember he said, don't be anxious.
So don't be
anxious.
He said, for I
am your God. He said,
don't be
afraid.
For I will
really help you.
Yes, I will.
I will fortify you.
I will
really help you. I'm grasping a hold on you with my right hand of righteousness.
Yes, I will
fortify you.
I will
really help you.
Yes, I am.
I'm grasping a hold on you with my right hand of righteousness. Injustice is everywhere. People showing they don't care, but I'm not losing my hope. I may have lost a job, not enough food to eat, but I refuse to give up. Distracted by anxiety, it's trying to get the best of me, but I still believe He will never let me down. His words are true and sound. So I wait patiently. Cause I remember Daniel in the lion's den. I remember the 3 Hebrews in the fiery pit. I remember Job with his integrity. I remember he said, don't be anxious.
So don't be
anxious.
He said, for I am
your God. He said,
Don't be,
don't be afraid.
for I will.
I will really help you.
Yes, I will.
I will fortify you.
I will.
I will really help you.
I am.
I'm grasping a hold on you with my right hand of righteousness.
Yes, I will.
I will fortify you.
I will.
I will really help you.
Yes, I am.
I'm grasping a hold on you with my right hand of righteousness. 'Cause I remember why Jehovah gave his only begotten son. I remember what he said would happen when the work was done. I remember why we shouldn't be afraid of the things we see. I remember he said, give me your anxiety.
So don't be.
So don't be anxious,
He said, for I am.
for I am your God. He said,
Don't be,
don't be afraid.
for I will.
I will really help you. You don't have to worry what you're gonna eat. You don't have to worry what you're gonna drink. You don't have to worry what you're gonna wear. He said, throw your anxieties on me. You don't have to worry where you're gonna stay. You don't have to worry what you gotta say. You don't have to worry about the next day. He said, throw your anxieties on me. Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. You don't have to worry what you're gonna eat. You don't have to worry what you're gonna drink. You don't have to worry what you're gonna wear. He said, throw your anxieties on me. You don't have to worry where you're gonna stay. You don't have to worry what you gotta say. You don't have to worry about the next day. He said, throw your anxieties on me. Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious.
So don't be anxious, y'all.
Love it.
Wow, that was powerful. I was over here like, now should I be jamming like I'm jamming? They just I will. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay.
Wait, Lady Coco, the bass voice, don't be. I was like,
Yeah, I know. I will. I am.
what's the next song, Danny and Marcy?
Okay, this next song is we all, with everything going on in the world, we all need encouragement. What you say? Everyone needs encouragement. So I was thinking one day was something, you know how it doesn't matter. We're all imperfect, so somebody is always going to say something that may hurt your feelings, and it may be someone at the Kingdom Hall, and I'm like, that wasn't encouraging, so I wrote this song, and I thought, well, that's not encouraging either, because the way you're perceiving this song is like complaining, so that's not good either. So I could never complete the song because I'm like, well, something must be wrong because I can't complete the song. And it's involving Jehovah's fruitage of the Spirit. And so one night, I was up to probably, was it 2 o'clock?
2 in the morning.
It was
2 a.m.
It was 2 in the morning. And I said, let me think about the fruitage of the Spirit. Because if something's bothering me, let me think about it. Okay, so what's the opposite of hate?
Love.
Yeah. What's the opposite of joy?
I don't know. Why don't we sing the song and see if we
I was just gonna say, say
Okay.
no more. Get to singing
That's all
that song.
that's all I was going to say. So that's what happened. I started thinking that, and so I wrote it, and this is how it goes. This is how
Okay.
it goes.
Want to hear the song?
Wrote a song about it, want to hear it? Here it go.
Here it go. It go like
That's what I was trying to
this.
say.
Good.
Is that loud enough for y'all? You gotta be encouraging. Encouraging. We gotta be encouraging. Encouraging. We gotta be encouraging. Encouraging. If we gonna stay connected to God's love.
If we want to stay connected to God's love.
We're living in a world that's full of hate. Where is love? We're living in a world where sadness overtakes. Where is joy? We're living in a world that's full of violence. Where is peace? Where is Jehovah? Fruitage of the Spirit. We gotta be encouraging. If we want to stay connected to God's love.
If we want to stay connected to God's love.
We're living in a world that's always restless. Where's patience? We're living in a world that's full of bitterness. Where's kindness? We're living in a world where cruelty survives. Where's mildness? Where is Jehovah? Fruitage of the Spirit. We gotta be encouraging. Encouraging. If we wanna stay connected to God's love.
If we want to stay connected to God's love.
We're living in a world that's full of badness. Where's goodness? We're living in a world that has so much anger. Where's self-control? We're living in a world where there's so much doubt. Where's faith? Where is Jehovah's fruitage of the Spirit? We gotta be encouraging. Encouraging. We gotta be encouraging.
Encouraging.
We gotta be encouraging.
Encouraging.
If we wanna stay connected to God's love. If we wanna stay connected in God's love. Bring back the love.
Bring back, bring back,
Bring back the joy.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the peace.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the patience.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the kindness.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the mildness.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the goodness.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the self-control.
bring back, bring back,
Bring back the faith.
bring back, bring
If we
back.
want to stay connected to God's love.
If we want to stay connected to God's love.
'Cause that's God's,
That's God's,
that's God's fruit of spirit.
Love.
That's God's,
that's God's,
that's God's fruit of spirit.
joy,
That's God's,
that's God's,
that's God's fruit of spirit.
peace,
That's God's,
that's God's,
that's God's fruit of spirit.
patience,
That's God's,
that's God's,
that's God's fruit of spirit.
kindness,
That's God's, that's God's fruit of spirit.
boundless,
That's God's fruit of spirit.
goodness,
That's God's fruit of spirit.
self-control,
That's God's fruit of spirit.
faith,
That's God's fruit of the spirit. fruitage of the Spirit. Just fruitage of the Spirit. Fruitage of the Spirit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, we gonna be humming that song. Bring back, bring back, bring back, bring back.
I'm getting so many messages. Loving this song. Okay, we're gonna hurry. We're running late, so we're gonna have you just go right on into the next song. But I do want you, Danny, can you please explain to me just how this next song came to fruition? But briefly, because we're running late, but we love you. We love you.
This next song was a song that was my wife wrote when I was having, my dad was sick and he was passing away with cancer, but I was real tight with my dad, and Marcy wrote this song for me because I was having a hard time dealing. So I hope that it helps anyone that's having a difficult time dealing with the loss of a loved one or sickness.
Thank you, and it
What's the title?
Hold on.
Hold on.
All right now.
I'm like, I know it. I love it. Hold on.
I know all the song titles. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I know that it has been a very hard year. I know that you think that you have no more tears. All of the pain that you feel that hurts you inside. It seems like there is no one else for you to confide, but you just got to hold on. Things are gonna get better for you, just hold on. I know you don't see it now, but we just got to hold on. Things are gonna get better for you, just hold on, just for a while. 'Cause there'll be times when you'll feel like you wanna just lose it. There'll be times when you'll feel like you wanna just give up. There'll be times when you'll feel like you don't wanna be bothered. And there'll be times when you feel like you wanna say no, 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 no. I know you think that I just don't understand, but there are people just like you throughout the land. We're dealing with death, hurt, and pain and sickness, just to name a few. But there's a promise out there that all things will be brand new. So we just got to hold on, 'cause things are gonna get better for you, just hold on. I know you don't see it now, but we just got to hold on. Things are gonna get better for you, just hold on. hold on. I know y'all can do that.
Hold on.
Because I read, no resident will say that I'm sick.
Hold on.
I read, death will be no more.
Hold on.
I read, there'll be no more mourning nor outcry.
Hold on.
I read, he's making all things new. So we just got to what?
Hold on.
Hold on. I know you don't see it now, but we just got to hold on just for a while.
Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Excellent.
Just for a while.
Oh my goodness.
We just got to.
That song is so encouraging. Wow. That's one of my favorites. And you know, I can't imagine a loved one writing that for you when you're down, and how encouraging I see why Danny said what he said as far as your example. And your lyrics, your music is such a good example for us and so encouraging. I'm looking, you know, I'm one that always looks at the chat, because the chat, I love y'all. This is why, you guys. And so I look at Norma and Pam and Cody, and I'm just naming a few. Okay, all of y'all, Sandra, Brooks. I mean, she's all the way from Costa Rica, you know, Poconos, Pennsylvania, Charlene. We've got people everywhere. And just looking at their faces when you're singing, Marsha, I see you, Fagan, Lois, I can continue.
Yes.
Just that's why we do this. Cheryl, thank you so much. I don't know if you noticed, Marcy, they love your songs. So you guys, please, this is not the end of it. You can go to YouTube, okay? Yeah. Just search Danny and Marcy Forte. They come right up. And they've got a whole list of songs that you can continue to enjoy. I think your cash